G'day folks, welcome back. People have been telling me in my comments that it's idiotic to think Australia is part of a Uniparty. They say Labor and Liberal hate each other so much, mate. How could they be the same? All right, I'm just a dumb farmer. I'm no political theorist. But on a farm, you judge things by what they do, but not what they say. We see these two fight on TV all the time, but then they vote together when it matters for them. You want the receipts? Well, okay, gun laws. Labor and Liberal both supported the National Firearms Agreement. Labor pushed for more restrictions. Liberals supported it. Liberals will never roll this stuff back. They sat in Parliament and they screamed bloody murder over what this bill is, but then they voted for it. But then they never roll it back when they get into power. I don't know. If they're really opposed, why does nothing ever change? Second, let's go back to COVID. Lockdowns, border closures, vaccine mandates, all had bipartisan support because it gave them more control. Liberal premiers enforced these laws. Labor premiers enforced these laws. Labor backed it. Liberals backed it federally. But who stood up for the small business and rural workers? Not them. Next, digital ID and surveillance. Labor introduced the digital ID bill. The Liberals supported it. They both back metadata. They both back e-safety laws, and they both back online censorship powers. That's not opposition, that's agreement. Fourth, immigration and housing. Both parties push for mass immigration. Both parties ignore the infrastructure. Both parties pretend that the housing prices are some kind of mystery and don't know how to fix it. And who loses? You, me, young Australians, mostly regional towns, and of course, what is important for me is farm workers. And fifth, climate and farming. Labor pushes net zero, Liberals support net zero. They just stop using the word. Different slogans, same target. Who's paying? Well, farmers start paying, the truck drivers pay, but that increases your power bills, your grocery costs, because every input cost has gone up, so we've got to try and pass it on. But everyone in the middle passes it on and you pay more. So let's now talk about their voting records. You can look it up. They both voted for anti-terror. They both voted for emergency security powers, hate speech expansion powers, digital ID, firearms legislation, emergency management powers. Seen a pattern? Labor votes yes, Liberal votes yes. They scream at each other over culture wars and personalities, but when it comes to power and spending and control, they're walking through the same door. That's why it's a Uniparty. Not because they're identical parties, but because they're parties that agree on more government, more control, more taxes, more regulation, more surveillance, and they also agree on less freedoms, less property rights, less rural influence, less self-defence, less decision-making. If I ran my farm like the feds or the state do, I'd go broke in a minute. So when someone says it's idiotic to think there's a Uniparty, I say look at the bills, look at the votes, look at the results, because out here in the bush, we don't care what colour the party is. We prefer orange actually, but we care whether the fence got fixed. And right now, the fence is lying on the ground and both parties are holding on the pliers. Anyway, there's my rant for the day. As always, be safe out there, guys. Thanks for watching.